Hi, thanks for joining me in my kitchen for some counter exercises. This is going to be 10 minutes worth of exercise, 5 different exercises, 2 times through. It's a great way to use a supportive surface to help you with your exercise, especially if you are challenged a little bit with balance. And we find ourselves spending some time waiting in the kitchen while a pot boils or something else. So this is a way to sneak in a little bit of exercise when you have a few extra minutes. So if you're ready, here we go. Our first exercise is going to be some high knees. Please warm up first if you feel like you need to before you do this. Our high knees is going to be core muscles engaged. You have the option of having both hands on the counter if you need that extra support. One hand there for some support, or maybe you're using both arms in high march. Great. Keep going here. We're thinking of tall posture, shoulders are back and down. Our core muscles are working hard to support us here while our hip flexors do a lot of the work. All right, from here, we're getting ready to change it up to some counter push-ups. Lots of different ways to do this. I suggest starting fairly close to the counter, maybe 1 footprint away, knees softly bent, shoulders are set, core muscles engaged. 2, bend your elbows, straighten your arms, long spine the whole time. If this feels easy, you take half a step back. Try it again. Another half step back, maybe up onto your toes, more work yet. Take a rest anytime you need to. Counter push-ups, about halfway done. Good, we just got a few more of these. Let's do one more. Moving into some calf raises. Again, we have the support here if we need it. Feet are about hip width apart, knees stay softly bent. A little bit of gentle pressure on the counter if you need to come up onto your toes, down to flat feet. Don't need as much support. Maybe you turn to the side. Or maybe you're challenging your balance with hands free. Calf raises. Listening to your body. If you need to take a rest anytime, feel free to do that. Keep those knees soft. It helps us to come straight up into the move as opposed to rocking forward. Good. Let's do it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, our next move is the side tap. Again, we have the counter here if we need it, so tapping side through center. We'll keep it pretty low for this first set, and then I'll give you some options for our next time around. Side tap. Maybe you don't need the counter. Maybe you're going to this side with one hand supporting. Good, so working on those lateral movements. We don't typically move as much side to side as we do to the front, so good to challenge those side hip muscles. Great, we just got a few more of these. Last one each. And then I've saved the best for last, of course. We have some squats. We have the sink here to support us a little bit if we need it, to keep our posture upright as we sit down, come up. Listening to your body. If there's a point where you get any lower and your knees just are not a fan of the move, don't go that low. We're still working through a comfortable range of motion here. Sit down as if you're sitting into a chair. Press up through your heels, engage through your glutes. If you're comfortable, maybe you're gonna go a little lower, especially with the support of the sink. Good, we'll get about 3 more in. And 1, awesome. Time for a quick water break before we do that whole thing again. All right, so here we go from the top. We started with knees up. If you're ready, knees up, round 2. Both hands on the counter if you need them there. Knee raises as high as is comfortable for you. Maybe you're going all the way up to hip level, so right angle at the hip. Bringing that leg straight forward as if you're anticipating a big step. Maybe you're challenging yourself with no side support here either. Good, core muscles are working to support us here, keeping us nice and tall. Almost done this one. We're moving on to our counter push-ups next. 3, 2, and 1. Counter push-ups coming up here. Again, stay about a footstep or so away from the counter to start if that's best for you. A little hinge at the hips to press. Take another step back if that feels good. And another step back onto your toes if you're looking for an extra challenge. Long spine. Elbows are coming out to the side. Using our chest muscles to press until those arms are straight. Good, keep going here. All right, we're almost done. We've got about 3 more to go. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, and then from here we're moving into our calf raises round 2. Maybe this time you're going to adjust your stance. We'll go narrower, and then we'll go wider. Your choice of how narrow, how wide. Maybe your narrow is until your feet touch, nice and close, and your wide is a little more than hip width apart. Keeping your knees softly bent here. Raising up onto your toes each time. Good, a few more here. Keep those knees soft. Got 1 more to do, and then we're switching it up to our side taps. For this one, maybe you need both hands on the counter. We're gonna raise our knees just a little bit higher to side taps. So challenging our core muscles, our obliques, to keep our hips nice and even as we lift that foot to side tap. Really functional exercise. We have lots of times where we have to step over something or at least be prepared to step over something. So this is great practice for that, building up those side hip muscles. Again, maybe you don't need full counter support. Go ahead and add some side support if you need it. Good. Almost done this one, and we only have 1 more left. 1 more exercise after this. Last 2, and 1. Awesome. Our last one is our squats. Make use of the counter if you need it. Sitting down, standing up, Again, the sink is a handy place to hold on to keep some really good form. Hips sent back, long through the spine. Looking somewhere forward, maybe out your kitchen window. Good. If you don't need your counter, or maybe you want to play around with single arm support, no support, go ahead and do that as well. Awesome. We're almost done. We got 3, 2, and 1. Good work. 10 minutes of kitchen counter workout. Make sure you grab a drink of water. Thanks for working out with me.